What you're about to see in this next video is kind of bizarre. This was an energy clearing session I did with Christie Marie Sheldon way back in 2011. Christie Marie Sheldon is a healer and intuit, and she's known for working with top celebrities, top politicians, but she has this unique gift. She has the ability to observe one's energy field and then get a sense of what limiting blocks that person possesses. One of the biggest blocks that many people had to do with money. These were blocks that they took on as a child, and these were blocks that held them back in their career. It held them back from making an impact in the world. And I had an abundance block that I didn't realize I had. It had to do with freedom. I was afraid to grow the company because I believed that the more employees I had, the more I would lose my freedom. I wouldn't be able to travel. I wouldn't be able to see the world. I would have to spend most of my waking hours literally chained to my desk. She helped me clear that block. Now, as I was sitting with her, I didn't really think anything was happening. In fact, a week later, I'd almost stopped thinking about that session at all. But something funny happened 1 month later, in June of 2011. Mindvalley had hired 12 people. And this was the biggest number of people who had ever joined the company. And it didn't even occur to me that there might be a connection between me suddenly making a decision to grow the team and that session I'd had with Christie. Just last month, we opened up this beautiful new office here that holds 80 artists, media designers, filmmakers, so that we can give our best products to the world. But I know that perhaps I would never have had the courage to invest and open up this space and hire so many talented individuals if I had that block in my head. So what you're gonna see here is that exact session, and I hope that it makes you understand how sometimes when we feel stuck, it has nothing to do with what's happening at the conscious level, but everything to do with what's happening behind in our subconscious, in our meaning-making machine that's overriding our conscious decisions. Check this video out.
So it's in your heart. There's a core belief that I can't be on my own and make more than X amount of money. So you do have a belief about that. Now, there's a stuck place from your heart to your root. Like our root is how we ground ourselves into the world and make things happen. That says I'm personally responsible to so many people. And there's a place where you don't like being responsible to over a certain amount of people. Okay, so let's just clear that. If you're going to grow a big business, you need to be responsible.
That's true, because I have 40 employees and we really care about them, and it's a lot of responsibility. And I worry about something happening and I can't take care of them and pay their salaries. So many people in the spiritual movement have a slight disdain for money. Is that correct? And if it's not correct, which I sense that's what you're saying, why do we have this dichotomy in our view?
Let's just go down to the level of beliefs, okay? If you have a belief that rich people are greedy, let's just say, that's one belief. What you're actually really saying is there's only a limited amount of wealth in the whole world, and I can't have that. So you got a lot of counter beliefs there going, I can't have it, there's only a limit, which truthfully there's an unlimited amount of wealth that can be generated, right? And we can all partake in that. I think it's just bad programming and bad training that somehow have been infiltrated into society. Nowadays it's safe to have plenty of money and be a good person. See, money doesn't change who the person is. They're either good people or they're not so good people.
Money is simply a multiplier. It multiplies you whether you do good in the world or whether you do bad in the world.
Well, one of the main blocks is literally how much we can receive. Okay, so if you can't receive energy, you can't receive money. Receiving could have its own little trajectory. It could be like, I don't like money, so therefore I can't receive it. Money's, every time we've gotten whacked with money, like we lost money, you could be like, I'm a loser about money, basically. So there's all these different angles about blocks of receiving, which we're going to go through in the wealth program to clear. All the judgments that we have about what money is and isn't. So if we think money is greedy, or that I can't be good enough to have it, like all those series of judgments that have been programmed into us in society, we got to clear all those.
Right, judgments, I understand, are one of the biggest things that hold us back.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
We choose to see things as right or wrong.
Yeah, so it's pretty much, so if money is wrong, it's not going to show up.
How long before they see results?
A couple different stories pop in my head. I took one multimillionaire who made millions and lost millions 3 times, and he came to me and basically after he saw me, I gave him what direction to go in, cleared his blocks, and now his company is at least worth $500 million. So from an experience of losing 3 times, and then having to start over, that's one example. I have a podcast in there with Faye. She worked with me and she did the 30-day program, and she basically within 30 days she manifested a whole new life with all of her gurus. Like, she was in the business of addiction, and so within the 30 days she started manifesting all these gurus of addiction to actually partner with them and do various businesses.
Do you have to work with people one at a time, or can you work with a group of people at one time?
No, I work with groups of people, and it's really interesting. There's something about a group, because you could have like a certain angle of a belief and I could have a certain angle of a belief, and if we clear it for the group, we clear it for it's like all the 50 angles of everybody get cleared.
So it's actually better if it's done in a group.
Yeah, you get.
It's not that there's a dilution of the energy.
No, not at all. It's everybody's energy contributes, and so to me, it's kind of like a community that gets together, knowing that, wow, we're going to clear all our abundance and we're going to go to the next level.
So if you watch that video, you'll notice it's a much younger version of me. I asked myself, where would I be today if I'd had that abundance blocks cleared years earlier? I read a lot of books on business, I study a lot, I surround myself with smart people, but none of that matters if deep down inside you have a block that's preventing you from getting to the next level. And when you learn to clear up the blocks to that energy, magical things happen. So I want to invite you to attend this masterclass where I'll be hosting Christie Marie Sheldon, as she will take you on a deep dive toward understanding abundance blocks. And know that this is more than just a lecture. Christie Marie Sheldon is actually going to guide you through a meditative exercise to clear one of your primary blocks. So I'll see you there. All you have to do is click the button to enroll.